man outside the living room window. This didn't seem to faze him at all, though. He psychotically smiled at my mother through the glass, and my mom asked him what he was doing on our property. He said nothing, with the same sadistic smirk on his face. She said that she was going to call the police, and what he said is one of the scariest things I've ever heard. He screamed at my mother through the glass that if she even got her phone out, that he would break the glass. She did not know what to do. She paused and tried to rapidly think of what to do next, how to keep us both safe. She wanted to protect me by calling the police, but she also didn't want him to hurt me if she did try to call them. As soon as he saw that she was terrified, he ran for the back door. Luckily, it was locked because my mom has always been a paranoid person, so she always locks the doors. He screamed at her to let him in, or if she didn't, he'd find a way in and kill us both. My mother told him to fuck off, which enraged him, and he pulled out a pocket knife and began bashing hard against the windows. I was still oblivious to what was happening, as I just thought it was my dad. I was very young. My mom frantically grabbed me, and I don't mean picked me up. She literally grabbed me off the sofa and booked it up the stairs. We were backing up in the upstairs hallway, looking for anywhere to hide, when my mom's younger brother popped out of his room with his headphones on. My mom didn't even realize he was home, and he clearly didn't hear the commotion downstairs because of his headphones. My uncle was 25 at the time and was really well built. He's intimidated a lot of people. My mom cried and told him that there's a guy who's trying to break in. While she's telling him this, that creepy lunatic screamed from downstairs that he was in the house. He said cynically, "Boogeyman is coming out to get you," which really freaked me out. It freaked me out so much that I actually remember that to this day. Anyway, since the guy didn't know my uncle was home, he kept yelling and telling us to come out and that it wouldn't be painful. My uncle told us to lock ourselves in the bathroom and call the police. We did, and after 5 minutes of groaning and blatant violence downstairs, the police stormed in and found the guy bloodied and my uncle on top of him, beating him mercilessly. My uncle really didn't hold back. Turns out that he was a known pedophile, which is why he was watching me for so long while I was watching TV. After that day, my mom was terrified to be home alone at the house. I loved it as a child because I found the running and hiding fun, obviously because I was young. I can never thank my uncle enough for being there at the right time when my mother clearly forgot that he was still home. It honestly gives me chills, wondering what he would have done to my mother and myself if my uncle was not there.
Okay.
But you get that one.
Pause it.
Let's first transform this and send it.
What you get that one?
That one is troubling. I can't. I give that like a 9 out of 10.
Where?
Because I don't know. That kind of made my anxiety go up a little bit.
Girl, I'm gonna get that one.
Like, what would you do? Like,
I'm gonna get that one a 7.
A 7?
Yeah. I don't think that one was a crazier joint than the joint with the girl in the cabin.
Well, I don't know. I was just.
But that one was more realistic.
Yeah. And creepy. You see, like.
I'm still tripping. This nigga said they booked it up the stairs. I almost laughed so hard I almost woke my damn daughter up.
They booked it upstairs.
They booked it up the stairs. Like, who the fuck told you that word? Like, who taught you that word? How'd that word migrate over there to you? And why is you using it so just, you fucking the phonetics all the way up? Alright, last one. 2 elevator horror story animated.
When I was 19 years old in 1985 on New Year's Eve, a bunch of my friends and I went to a rooftop bar of a hotel. About a half hour before midnight, I ran down to my car because I had forgotten my camera. I figured I would have plenty of time to get back up there and find my friends. I grabbed my camera and I got into an elevator all by myself. About halfway up, the elevator started shaking and it stopped completely. I was trapped. I have always had a problem with confined spaces, so this was not an ideal situation for me. After a few minutes, everything went silent that was going on outside. Then out of nowhere, the elevator lights went out, and I started to hear children laughing. But this was not the type of place where children would be. My heart started beating faster and faster and harder and harder. Then all of a sudden, I passed out. As I woke up, I noticed that I could not move or talk. I thought to myself, not sleep paralysis again. Then the lights started to flicker on and off, and then all of a sudden, I see a black figure to the left of me, in the corner of the elevator, crouching down, smiling at me. I tried to scream, but nothing would come out. I tried to move, but I couldn't. A guy came over the loudspeaker and told me there was an electrical short, and that he would have me out soon. There's a camera in the elevator, so to the security guard it looked like I was just laying there. I guess they figured I was drunk, being that it's New Year's. Anyways, every attempt to scream or move, that figure would just start laughing at me and pointing. This whole time the lights are flickering. Then all of a sudden, I can hear the huge crowds counting down for New Year's. 10. The dark figure is staring at me, and now with a menacing smile, with 10 fingers up. 9. He's still looking at me with 9 fingers up, and he's moving closer. 8. He was still looking at me with 8 fingers up, and he's closer. 7. The same thing. 6. The same thing. 5. The same thing. 4. He's drooling, and he's much closer. 3. He's closer. 2. He was closer.
I would start moving.
Then the lights quit flickering, and it was pitch black. Then all of a sudden, outside went silent again. I felt breathing in my right ear. And then out of nowhere, I hear 1. I couldn't breathe. The light started to flicker again, and then the figure was on my chest. And all of a sudden, it was gone. And I can talk and move again. Usually when I have sleep paralysis, something bad happens. Once I got out of the elevator an hour later, I found out that there was a brawl during the countdown on the rooftop bar that I was at, and 4 people were killed by some maniac who was waiting until the end of the countdown to start hacking up people with a machete. Ever since then, I have not had a sleep paralysis episode.
So you big guy?
Right? That kind of fucked me up there.
In a city in central.
I mean, what would you rate that one?
First of all, why would he have sleep paralysis this randomly because he's knocked out because he's scared as shit? I don't understand that.
That kind of like hit me with the alley right there.
Well, maybe it wasn't sleep paralysis. Maybe
So was it a demon haunt you? Was it something saving your life? What the fuck? Like I don't even know if I'm supposed to look at that thing like it's the bad guy.
I don't think it was. Maybe I just knew that being scared will keep his body, still.
I could have said that in a way. I feel like for stuff to be scary, it gotta be something that you feel like could happen to you. Like that's not something I don't feel like could just happen to me.
But I feel like maybe the thing was a Gemini or something. No, I'm kidding. It wanted to help, but do it in its own way. But okay, guys. So this is the last clip. We are going to be doing more of these throughout the month.
They gonna get scary. I'm gonna make sure they're scarier.
Yeah, we're just gonna try to find scary ones. I did find this one article. It's like a challenge, so we can do that.
Well, and with that being said,
he thinks it's his channel, and that's not how we get off here. Okay, guys. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Go subscribe to his channel. Am I gonna be appearing on there?
No. I'm just playing. Yes, you is.
But anyways, you got anything coming
Nope.
up?
Atlanta. ATL. Y'all know I love y'all. I'm gonna be back through there October 13th for the Woke Fest. So go check out my IG, Pharaoh_ATEN, for the flyer and more info on that as well. I can't wait to pop back up, man. I look forward to seeing y'all.
Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for the other videos.
Peace.
Peace.